Hey service dog trainers, a common service dog task is turning lights on and off. This is one of those tasks that looks like it's going to be really easy and straightforward, but sometimes can be a bit trickier than it looks. Lights are high up on the wall, requiring the dog to jump. Hello, dirty walls. Plus, if the dog's nose or paws are wet when they touch the switch, they can get a zap. Here are some tools that may help. One of my favorites are light switch extenders. Essentially, you attach these to the light switch and then it can make it easier for the dog to turn the light on and off without having to jump up on the wall. Another great tool are touch lights. Something to be aware of is that there are a lot of different kinds of touch lights out there. This was actually the fourth one that I tried. What I found was that a lot of them are either a bit hard to press to turn on, or they can require more than one tap to turn on. For dog training purposes, that makes things a bit harder. So it's worth finding one that's going to make the training process easier and still, of course, be useful in terms of a functional task. Another great tool that I like are these battery operated switches. They come in different styles of switches. You want to get the ones that are going to match the switches that the handler has in their home. And what is nice about these is that you can really focus in on the training process. You don't have to worry about having the dog do a lot of repetitions with an actual switch. You can work at the dog's height so they're not having to jump up to hit it repeatedly. So it really just makes the training a lot easier. One thing to be aware of is some of these are set up such that the light can really be very bright when it turns on. So I remove the batteries when I use these for training purposes. I like to sometimes add a bit of foam tubing. It just can be easier from a training perspective to get the dog to really target the switch. It can actually make it easier as a finished task because if you put the foam tubing on the actual switch, you can help put a little bit of distance between the dog's nose and the wall, reducing the likelihood that the dog will get a zap. When it comes to service dog task training, everyone has a different setup and a different situation. It's good to have a lot of different strategies and tools in your mind that might be helpful for a particular situation. Happy training!